Alright, first I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honors to the Apostle Els Great Millstone, the rule well. Salutations to the Akim, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. And blessings to the elect and the 1/3 of Israelites scattered worldwide, predestined to be saved. Today's quick lesson, I always say it's quick lesson, but I keep going on, but I'm going to try and make it quick. Today's quick lesson is about hate crimes, and hate crimes are on Israelite children. Now, we're not talking about adults, according to the Bible, when you're 12 and over, you're an adult. We're talking about children here, all right? And there's this cute kid, Israelite kid, called Abel, all right? Now, I'm going to show you this clip of Abel, and this went viral because, I like football. In America, you call it soccer. And West Ham, which is a club that I hate, little Abel, and notice he's an Israelite and his name is Abel, man. And I looked up the meaning of the word Abel, and I think it means breath. All right, because Abel, unlike his brother Cain, had the breath of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Holy Spirit in him, because he wanted to do things the right way. Okay, Cain, his answer was, am I my brother's keeper? He had a cold, dark spirit. All right, and we know that Esau comes from Cain, man. All right, because Cain received the mark, man, and that's why Esau came out without no melanin. All right, and we've done that many a times. We've taught that many a times, etc. Now, little Abel went viral for this. All right.
Listen, how can we lose against Alphabet FC? Listen, Airport that way, Prague is this way. We're getting to that final, I'm telling you. Smashing them, 3-1, 3-1 in the second leg, mate. Definitely.
Yeah, very cute, man. Only 11 years old. But today, on the news, they showed an interview of him. Now, I couldn't find it, but I found another one where on today in the 6 o'clock news, it talked about racial bullying, and it had him in it. And he was in the park with his mum. His mum's an Edomite. Well, his mum looks white, but she could be one of us. We don't know. Okay? Remember Jeremiah 12:9, my heritage is upon me as a speckled bird. Because we've migrated and mixed, especially with them, all right, there's many people that are not gonna they're not gonna typically look like us, but they are gonna be our people, man. For years ago, my mum and my aunt dragged me when I was like 15 years old to this church thing in Manchester, and we stayed in accommodation, and there was 2 Irish guys in the actual evangelical Christian seminar, and they were really into God, man. And if you know about the history of Ireland, the tribe of Benjamin used to rule there until they got kicked out by Oliver Cromwell. All right, okay, and many of them had jungle fever, man. They had white women, and those white women had children, okay, and those children looked like Abel, because Abel's dad is an Israelite, and his mum looks like an Edomite. We don't know, but she probably is an Edomite, right? All right, and some of these people, all right, so they have our DNA, and then obviously down the line, if they've mixed with other whites, then they're not going to look all white. That's why that scripture's there. And listen, Great Millstone, we're the only, from the apostles on down, we're the only ones that recognize that, man. All right? If an Israelite was in West Africa and he was sent to Spain as a slave, and he had a Spanish wife and he had kids that were Israelites and they looked fairer, and it's a predominantly white society, maybe that same seed would carry down. Maybe their grandkids or their great-grandkids might look white. Okay? Now, he was talking about being bullied, and he was bullied for 4 years. Now, let's watch the video. Okay? Now, sorry about that,
over them bad times, then you appreciate
at least.
And by the way, that's the nonsense that people are doing, man. Go live and all this madness. Alright, anyway.
But you just can't put into words. It was like that. Because like when we scored, like there was all beer going everywhere and everybody was like, yeah, come on you Irons. So it was just absolutely electric, and I can't explain it. It was like we morphed into a whole different kind of like fan base. Just amazing. I got racial abuse and bullying for 3 to 4 years, and I don't know how I got through it. I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, and like I don't mean to sound like a narcissist, but look what happened. So to all the kids who are getting racial abuse or getting bullied out there, I would just say keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know what I said? At least I've done something good. At least I've made people smile, because that was my main aim on that interview. So
exactly.
Now, you see what he said? My main aim is to make people smile and stuff like that. You know, what does the Bible say about Jacob? He was a plain man, intense. He was a mummy's boy, and most of Israelite men are mummy's boys, man. But the spirit that, all right, forget the coconut coon slave mentality that Willie Lynch and this devil has put on us. That is really our natural stance, and his name is Abel, man. And he's an Israelite trying to be righteous. But who's been racially abusing him? Edomites, so-called white people, for 3 to 4 years. So since this boy has been 7 years old, up until now, 11, he's been racially bullied. And the clip that they had on the news, I can't play it because I couldn't find it. It only came on today. There was an incident where the kid was, calling him the N-word and this, that, and and was hitting him. So he said, listen, I'm not going to just stand there. I hit him back. And then he said, the Edomite kid, the white kid's friend, joined in, started racially abusing him and beat him up. And they showed a picture of his face. His face was all bruised up, man. We're talking about a child here, man. All right. But you know what? This is all Bible prophecy.
It has been through terrible racial abuse. And I always said to him, you're not a victim, you're a survivor.
And look at his head. As soon as she said racial abuse, look at his head. His head went down. Look.
Keep putting one foot in front of the other and just keep going, because at the end of the day, we're here to be tested. And then once you get over them bad times, then you appreciate the good times.
Hey, that was beautiful what his mum said. Hey, she might be one of us. You never know. She said she was tested, and that's true. All right, but why is that happening? It's happening because of biblical prophecy. All right, but these are children. Now, this is another one. This one's happened in America. And, excuse me for the advert. All right, this is in America. This is a 12-year-old girl. All right.
A black middle school student from Virginia is accusing 3 white boys of pinning her down and cutting off her dreadlocks. Makia Turner from our DC affiliate WUSA spoke with the girl and her family.
Where were administrators? Where were anybody to protect her from this heinous crime?
Cynthia Allen is overwhelmed with frustration after learning what her 12-year-old granddaughter Amari went through on this school playground Monday.
You guys have,
Amari is a 6th grader at the private Emmanuel Christian School in Springfield, Virginia, the place where Second Lady Karen Pence teaches. Amari tells WUSA 9 she's been bullied for weeks.
Sometimes I think that I don't deserve to be there at a Christian school and everything, and that I'm ugly.
She says 3 6th grade boys won't let up, taking her school lunches, calling her names, and more recently, an attack on the school playground.
All 3 were around me, and then one of them put my hands behind my back, one of them covered my mouth.
All while, she says, a 3rd student pulled out scissors, then cut her hair. Her lengthy dreadlocks now hanging unevenly.
Took big chunks of my hair and just cut.
What kind of names were they calling you?
Ugly, I shouldn't have been born.
Amari's grandmother wonders where the teachers and other students were when this happened.
It's time for something to be done.
You felt like you should have been safe.
That's enough, man. See? Another hate crime against an Israelite child. We're talking about children here. Alright? Especially according to this devil's definition, man. You become an adult when you're 18, which is totally out of whack with the scriptures. Alright? And I can go on. I found about 4 or 5 of these incidences. And they were very, very recent. Here in America. So this garbage, this hope, this slave-minded hope that you coconuts have, all right, wanting your abuser to actually respect you, that's not going to happen, man. All right, that's not going to happen. Okay. Now, all of that is prophecy because the Lord said that they would have a perpetual hatred for us. And what does the word perpetual mean? It means everlasting, man. Alright, this is Amos chapter 1 verse 9. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus I will not, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because thou delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant. Yeah, they're supposed to be our brothers, but they're wicked, man. Alright? They're wicked, man. Okay? Okay, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. Alright? They pursued her with scissors, man. And they could have used that as a sword to stab her. So she must have been terrified. And did cast off all pity. You see, they didn't have no pity on her. And they didn't have no pity on Abel. And his anger did tear perpetually. Alright? And he kept his wrath forever. Alright, let's look up the word perpetual. Alright? Let's see. Perpetual. Perpetual. What does perpetual mean? Here it is. Never ending or changing. So their hatred is never ending or changing. Alright? So that's why they are like that. And it doesn't matter about educating them, whatever. These are children that are doing this. These are children abusing other children. You see? So it's like the story of Cain and Abel all over again. Jacob and Esau all over again. Okay? And in Ezekiel 35, it says the same thing. It says that they will have a perpetual hatred for us, man. Ezekiel 35 and 1. Okay? But another reason why they do it is because they think they're better than us and they think they're better than everyone else. Alright? And they're not, man. The Lord put the lowest pieces of crap on the planet Earth, these Edomite, these devils, over us to teach us a lesson. We're the top nation, but if you do not follow my ways, remember we made an agreement with God to do that. Alright? So the Lord punishes us in many different ways. Okay? But it's a test, just like Abel's mom said. Alright? This is, I think we want to go to this one, Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. He shall, and this is the curses, right? For disobedience to the Lord's statutes and commandments. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So because he's above us right now, and remember, all the Edomite kingdoms, so-called white people's kingdoms, the Greeks, the Romans, they always had the eagle. Even in World War II, when the National Socialists, came into power, so-called Nazis or whatever, what was their symbol? The eagle, man. And what's the symbol of America? The eagle. And an eagle's a proud bird, man. All right? And they're proud. All right? But they are the head right now because the Lord has put them there. All right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, an example of that is this Abraham Lincoln slave statue. There you go. All right, he's the head. Look how high he is, and who's that? That's us, man. And look, he's the head, and we are the tail, man. See, it's got Jake, Israelite slave, kneeling down, and it says emancipation. And the word emancipation, proclamation. Emancipation just means to transfer or to hand over to someone. That's why you had the Underground Railroad. All right, to take the slaves from down south, so they can go up north and work in the factories, man, as for pennies on a dollar, so they can start the new industrial revolution. That was all a big ruse, man. Okay, so they have a perpetual hatred for us, man, and they think they're better than us, and they're doing that to children. So what makes our people think that they're going to change? And that's why the Lord has to get rid of our people that have this coconut, coon, slave mentality, man. All right? And really, if the Lord has put that spirit on you to be a coconut, you know, and he wants you to be a coconut till you die, we can't help you, man. We can't help you. It's true, we can't. We can't do anything. We can't fight the Lord's will. Coconut is a coconut. Alright? It's wicked, man. You know? Seeing them things really gets to me, man. You know why it gets to me? Because because we want good for our people, but and we have integrity. You ain't gonna have any Israelite who's really into his truth saying, I love everyone. You know? That's a slave mentality to have, man. When no one loves us, everyone hates us, man. The Arabs hate us. In Tunisia, they're kicking our people out and putting them in the desert, even if the ones that are legal. You know, go and look at Psalms 83. They're the second nation that the Lord names, the Ishmaelites or the Arabs. They can't stand us. In some ways, they treat us worse than sometimes they treat us worse than Esau treats us. All right? But the Lord has a plan, man. Proverbs 24, verse 19. Fret not thyself because of evil men. And that's what Abel was saying. He had said, I don't know how I got through it the last 4 years. I put one foot in front of the other. Neither be thou envious at the wicked. Yeah, don't be envious at them. And that includes our wicked people as well, man. People selling drugs and having girls and, you know, those girls that they got, they're nothing but hoes, man. All right? They're here today, gone tomorrow. Believe that, man. I'm telling you, believe that, man. Listen, I've been there, man. I'm not going to say I've been there, done that. I've been there and tried that. And it don't work, man. Them girls, them average black women now, today, they're not worth being with, man. The average one. They're not worth being with. They're part of the problem, man. You know? And if you think that you can jump into bed with Esau to not get the curses, to get it off you and have a great life, that's your death warrant, all right? Believe that, man. And there's scriptures on that. All right, this is Proverbs 24, verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man, and the candle of the wicked shall be put out. So Abel, that girl, and everyone else, myself included, because believe me, they've done wicked shit to me. You know, when I was a kid, around my estate, they used to have a lot of white kids, especially in a further estate, you know, and we used to play football with them. His name was John, and a couple of other and I remember they used to try and bully me and stuff like that, you know, put me in a headlock, this, that, and the other. That wasn't nice, but that was my judgment, man. Okay, that's what my judgment was for what I did in my past life, man. Okay, that's how things work. Okay, But the Lord said the candle of the wicked shall be put out. And that's what Yahushua is going to come to do, man. All right. Now let's go to Obadiah. I'm going to end it there. You know. So if you ever meet people who are in this, who inquire about being Israelites, this, that, and the other, and they still have that coon spirit to love Esau, the white people, and all that kind of stuff. If they're inquiring, be patient with them. Okay? But if they're saying that they're in this truth, and then they start saying that they can be saved as well, and they stick up for them, any one of our people that sticks up for them, you're not really in this truth, and you're adverse to God's will. All right? This is their judgment, man. Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Yeah, for people like her, that girl, and Abel. Shame shall cover thee. All right? And they should be ashamed of doing that, man. And thou shalt be cut off forever. Okay? And that's what the Lord's going to do. The Lord's going to blast this man out of power. That's why his son's coming back. All right? So you have to be like me and all the other brothers and the sisters in this truth. The few sisters that are in this truth. We are allergic to you coconuts, man. And we have empathy for our people going through things, especially our children going through things like that. But at the end of the day, the only remedy is this word, and it's just truth. You know? And you heard what Abel's mum said. It's a test, man. Everything is a test. I'm being tested right now. All right? He's being tested right now. You know? And he's only 11 years old. And that interview that was on today, it was really poignant, because as soon as he started speaking about racism, he actually cried. I can't, if I could find it, because it came on today on TV, it might be on YouTube maybe 2 or 3 days later. But he actually cried. And the presenter was an Israelite guy, and kind of cheered him up, man. But just like the Abraham Lincoln statue, they think they're above us. Right now they are. But the Lord's going to wipe out their candle, man. Meaning, anything that they have is going to be ours, man. All right? Actually, let's what's it called? Let's say Lamentations. All right? I know that it's just like a dream, man. It's just like a real big fantasy that I just, I know it's going to happen. I just want it so bad, man. And you should want it so bad as well. I just want to see this devil go down, man. Okay? This is it. That's it. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz, and where they used to live near Israel in Jordan. That's a land in that area. That's where they're originally from. They're not originally from Europe. That's garbage. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked, man. All right, meaning the Lord's going to expose you, man. All right, you're going to be bugged out and drunken off of different philosophies in the kingdom. All the curses that we've had is going to go on to them, and we're going to brutalize them 6 days in a week. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity, our sins, is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry you away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and discover thy sins. And that's part of the sins. Those were children, man. Those were actually children that are being bullied right now. So this rubbish was saying, well, it's the older generation. The Lord has put that, they've got that hatred in their heart for us. All right? So I'm going to leave it at that. Give all praise, glory, and honor. Hope you were edified. To Yahweh Shem Yeshai, double honors to the Apostle Elders, great millstone that were well. Salutations to the Akim teacher was here in truth. Blessings to you elect brothers and you few sisters scattered worldwide. Pray us to be saved. Shalom.